The Vatican Museums contain more than 200,000 works of art and objects, and more than 7 miles of corridors and hallways. Dr. Barbara Jatta, the director of the Vatican Museums, sat down with EWTN Vatican correspondent Colin Flynn to share her experience and insights.
Dr. Barbara Jatta, it is a pleasure to meet you and thank you for doing this interview.
My pleasure.
Now, in the Vatican Museums, you have over 200,000 pieces, 7 miles of corridors and hallways. What is it like to be in charge of all of this?
I feel blessed. I feel blessed and privileged. It's almost 7 years that I'm here, and really blessing and privilege. Every day I enter in this wonderful place.
We mentioned there are just over 200,000 pieces in the Vatican Museums, but only a percentage is on display. A lot of the collection is hidden or left in storage. How do you decide what is displayed to the public?
If we look at the percentage of what is on display and what is in the deposit is amazing. Certain collections have only the 1%
Wow.
on display. We tend to show, and we tend to rotate some collections to show them better.
Well, about Vatican diplomacy, because this is a fascinating part of the Vatican Museums that most people don't really know about, and that is the items or artifacts within the Vatican Museums being used as a way to build relations between the Holy See, the Vatican, and other nations around the world. And what kind of results do you get from that, using pieces from the museum to build relations?
Of course, we are a global museum in a way. It's a very different museum from global museum, but we have relationship with all the major museums and even the little museums run worldwide. And so we have exchanged for exhibition, or we organize exhibitions in many other cities and many other museums.
And the Vatican sees this as a way of teaching people and communicating with people of different races and nations about the tradition and the beauty of the Catholic faith. So maybe where the spoken word is falling down or diplomacy is not working too well, at least the connection can be made through art and the beauty of it.
La via pulchritudinis is a language that everybody can understand.
Pope Benedict XVI said that it was the saints and art that are the greatest apologetics when it comes to our faith.
Exactly.
How they can show it and display it better than anyone can.
Saint Paul VI said a wonderful thing, that the artists are prophets and poets. Prophets because they see things before the others, and poets because they see it in a very essential way. So even a little object, even a little sign can distillate the sense and the concept. And so prophet and poets, and I think that is really a very important heritage that we have thanks to him.
Finally, Dr. Barbara Jatta, 7 years you've been here at the Vatican Museums through incredible times. What are you looking forward to in the future?
We are expecting the Grand Jubilee of 2025, so we are already working on that. We are expecting more and more visitors, more and more pilgrims that, and we would like to welcome well, not only by presenting more and more galleries open to them, but also think of how we can really communicate and share this incredible patrimony, that is not only a patrimony of art, not only a patrimony of history, but is also a strongly patrimony of faith. And so it's exactly what we would like to do from today, from the past and in the future.
From today well into the future.
Exactly.
Dr. Barbara Jatta, Thank you very much.
Thank you.